Hi there, it's Laura, and welcome to A Plan for Joy Coaching, where I'm helping moms of young adult children successfully launch themselves into this new and exciting season of life. So one of the things that I noticed that I had to learn as the balance of my children went from little kids to young adult children was a lesson, an important lesson that I needed to learn pretty darn quick. And that was, as a parent of little children, you're always telling them what to do, how to do it, and where to be, and when to be there. And as a homeschooling mother, that duty was doubled because now I was their teacher and I got to tell them what to do all the time. And I have to say, I have to pat myself on the back for being really good at telling other people what to do. But I noticed that as my kids got older, they didn't necessarily want me telling them what to do and when to do it. And I knew that I wasn't supposed to be telling them what to do and when to do it because they were getting older and they were becoming adults themselves. And so I needed to realize that I couldn't just give my opinion whenever I wanted to give it. And I needed to learn how to do that. Now, as a clarification, when parents see their young adult children doing something either dangerous or particularly harming or sinful or anything, yes, you're required to give your input and to help them, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Just to be clear, I'm talking about the littler things that you tend to give opinions about that maybe they don't want to hear all the time. And so that was the thing that I needed to realize, that I could have my opinion, but I wasn't free to give it without it being asked for. That's a hard lesson to learn because I realized, what if they never asked for it? What was I supposed to do with all this wisdom bubbling up inside of me if nobody was ever asking me how to make their lives better? And so I have to say, am I the only one who feels this way? I probably am not. So, and am I good at this? Well, no, not really. There's room for improvement. I'm getting better. I might actually stop halfway through my dialogue about how they can make their life better and then realize that I shouldn't be carrying on. And even occasionally I do catch myself being able to bite my tongue in time before offering such sage wisdom all the time. And my mom is a master of this. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't inherit this gene from her because she's really good at just listening and not giving advice unless I ask her for it. So what's a poor mom to do? Well, I'll have to tell you, God was very gracious with me, and a couple of years ago he introduced me to the concept of boundaries. Now, granted, this information would have been much better 30 years ago, but nonetheless, it has been very helpful to learn what boundaries are and how to set them and when to set them and who to set them with. So if you need to learn boundaries, keep that in mind. Another thing that I learned over the past year is that, my worth is given to me completely without strings from God and God alone. And my worth is not tied to the decisions my children make or the things that they do in life. It's not tied to my children at all. My worth is completely God-given, and learning that and embracing that has made a huge difference. And then the other thing I realized too is that as my kids have grown, my prayer life became more important because, you're praying in a different way. And so instead of giving my opinion, zip the lips, throw it up to God because he's the only one who can really intercede, and turning my kids over to the Blessed Mother because I know that she can guide them now in ways that I cannot. So, the old saying goes, knowledge is power, but actually it's knowledge in action is power. So here's your action step for this week, because it's always important to be aware of where you need to change and then taking action towards making that change. So I want you to take a look at your relationship with your kids, your young adult children, and really pray about where it is that you're overstepping your boundaries with them. I mean, they're adults, they need to make their own decisions. Are you interjecting into their lives too much on trivial things? Do you give your opinion too freely, or do you wait for it to be asked for? Is your opinion giving harming the relationship with your children? So you need to really be aware of that, and then you need to take action on how you're going to change the things that need to be changed. And then to help you shift your mindset around this, Why not try this script? This scripting is something you can use to rewire the neurons in your brain and to create new neural pathways. And so you could say to yourself over and over again, especially in situations where you're tempted to talk and you shouldn't, say, I am a woman who gives advice and counsel to my children only when I am asked for it. So you take that statement or something that resonates better with you, and you put it in the present tense and you say it to yourself over and over again. I am a woman who offers advice and counsel to my children only when it is asked for. And pretty soon you'll rewire that to be your new train of thought. So I hope you found this helpful. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share this with other moms of young adults that you know might be helped by this information. And then tune in again for another episode. God bless.